My name is Tatiana Robledo. I am 8 years old and I'm the youngest in my family. I like arts and crafts, hiking in the woods, and I like living in our RV. I like to ski and sometimes mountain bike. I love traveling around the world and my favorite place is Hosager. I have a good imagination and I want to be a superhero.
Nice! That's okay, pizza. Or balls, right?
Except I can't move my body! I'm a near. I don't know what it's called, but I feel bad for this guy. We have to go up that. What?
Just right out from there.
The feistiest.
Like, yeah,
who's feistiest?
Tati, you just peed on their house. This is what Tati does while we go climb. She makes arts and crafts, a beautiful crown.
Boys are the best thing to have with one.
Why?
Because like both of them have one's like bitter and then one's like really good and juicy and everything.
That's wine and olives?
It's our last day, and Tati refuses to ski.
I got this.
What do you think of the RV?
It's gonna be nice, maybe. This was not my idea, but I think it might work out. Yeah, totally might work out.
No faith in me!
I'm sitting here drinking my wine and typing.
Are you writing a blog?
Yeah. Check out our new couch. We're having chicken with also chips with guac and a rotisserie chicken. A rotisserie chicken. I think I could have this every day. Hello, kombucha bird! Yeah! I got a whole lot of kombucha and I'm not afraid to drink it.
Yeah, I guess you got.
I love these
it's
socks.
too big.
It's so fashionable.
Why are you wearing those socks?
Because they're fashionable. They're in.
She's gonna walk outside in that.
They're in. With socks all out. Hey, if you have a bucket, you gotta have a shovel. If you have a shovel, you gotta have a bucket.
But there's no sand here.
I know. I'm gonna pretend like I'm playing and I'm making food. Now we're gonna do monkey king. First, you wrap your legs around a bar, and then you go straight. Once you have your feet really tight on the bar, that means your feet are like a monkey.
Cup it. You got it.
Let's go! Let's go! Come on, Isn't there such thing as a cherry red wine?
Do you like Pinots or Cabs?
What do you like, Mom?
Cab.
Cab, yeah. I'm like Mom. Mommy, I want to be on an inner tube back there right now. Snow is here. All of this here is this. Super beautiful.
I am a Tati nomad and this is who I am.
The Robledo family, we've been living in our RV for almost 4 years, 4 years and 2 weeks, and we have 5 kids. We've been doing interviews so that you can get to know each one of our kids, and so today we're going to interview our youngest, Tatiana.
Hi.
Tatiana, how old are you?
8.
She's the youngest in our family, and she is a little, I hate to say it all the time because we just promote it, but we call her Spitfire, right?
Are you Spitfire?
Are you Spitfire?
This is my dog, Cookie.
Yeah, we said we'd allow her to introduce her dog. Tati, we've traveled all over the world, right?
Mostly
Mostly? What do you think of all this traveling stuff?
fun.
Fun, that's it. That's all you got.
Was your favorite place you've been?
Yeah.
Hosuger.
Hosuger.
Tati, what kind of outdoor things do you like to do with your family?
I like to hike to waterfalls, but have to be short hikes. I like to climb, and I like doing arts and crafts.
So arts and crafts. Tatiana is not our most adventurous, but when we first moved into our RV, she was probably the one who it was hardest for because she was young. She was only 4, and as we were traveling a lot, you know, those ages, they need more routine and predictable schedule. And now she's like full. She's very proud of herself that she's full dirtbag status. She loves being on road trips. I think it's actually harder for her to sit still now, but when we traveled, she did not love to do all the hikes. Luckily,
Well, she has a sweet spot. I mean, talk about that. Like, it has to be within,
it has to be like 2 to 4 miles.
so like an hour, right?
So for a 4 to 8 year old, that's
That's
completely
okay.
normal.
Okay. Totally normal.
48?
For a
48-year-old, oh my God.
For a 48-year-old, that's okay too.
She's also like really temperature sensitive.
Oh, if it was, there's a time
Don't
here.
say it.
Do you remember when
Yes,
we were hiking?
we have to say it. We have to say it.
No!
Can't you see
that I'm sweating?
Okay,
Okay,
so,
we want to do it.
so, but she's becoming quite the hiker. In fact, she's asking for
She's better
our
than me.
trip this summer that she's asking to go backpacking now.
Oh, I like backpacking.
Where did we backpack that you loved it?
We went to Abel Tasman.
Abel Tasman, huh? That was a really fun backpacking
Except
trip.
for
The sand flies.
Oh.
So a lot of the hikes we do tend to be more than 4 miles.
And
So,
a lot of vertical gain.
yes, definitely. Usually 3,000 vertical gain.
And that's where I come in.
Victor stays back and does.
Arts and crafts! Woo! Woo!
I do arts and crafts with whatever we have, just to entertain her and do something fun. We generally will sit in the parking lot.
Tell us more about your arts and crafts. Tell us what you do for arts and crafts.
Just usually use paper, scissors, tape.
Wait. Let me translate. That was duct tape.
So there's packing tape. Sometimes
Packing.
Scotch tape occasionally.
Whatever.
Scotch tape.
It's got to be simple. So,
Whatever tape we have.
depending on the mood she's in, we'll be like, okay, we're gonna make clothes for your doggy, or I usually like to make like crowns and superhero clothes out of duct tape, right? Weapons, like pretend weapons and swords and stuff like that. A cardboard box can go a long way.
Mom just looks up stuff.
Mom looks it up and I'll be like, no, let's just figure it out, which is really ironic, considering how in
She
the
doesn't use her
opposite.
imagination.
She uses imagination, but inspired.
Tatiana is quite the entrepreneur. She is always thinking of the latest ideas that she wants to, not only with arts and crafts,
You reap
but
what you sow here. You reap what you sow.
she
Has
loves to write books. She always has multiple books being written. I don't know where she's influenced by this, but Tatiana, what's your latest book that you're writing?
I've been wanting to write this book called Lord of the Elephant for
A couple years.
Lord of the Elephants.
And at one point I made the mistake of saying, well, we can't publish this. Like, it's not a complete book. Oh my. You don't say to Tati that you can't do that because you will pay the price.
Yeah.
and I'm writing it by hand.
That's right. How many pages in are you?
I haven't wrote in a lot because I'm on.
She gets a couple vines going, just like her mom, right?
Never sees one to
No,
me.
I think I have a billion books I want to do.
What's another? Do you remember?
How to be a Tati nomad. And I have one about good foods you should be eating, like healthy ones. And I have a book about a book called Oscar. It's about a walrus that likes to play games.
We have a saying: "Be who you want your kids to be." This is why,
Be
because
careful.
they emulate you more than you might realize. Okay, so Tatiana, you said you like to rock climb. Tell me more about when we You like rock climbing indoors, outdoors, bouldering? What?
I kind of like when we go bouldering, but
Indoors, you mean?
Yeah, but also outdoors, because when you go outdoor, there's no colors. You have to stay straight.
Oh. It seems like you don't like following rules.
I don't like
You don't like rules. What do you have on your legs?
Blankie. My bubble blankie.
But why is it called Bubble Blankie?
Because it has dots.
Oh, when
And you can, when you can flick it.
This is
She
really
has
the blanket she's
hours
had for
of-
8 years.
Howard.
Hours of entertainment.
Maybe that's what gives you so much creativity flowing through your body. If you don't know, we kind of live warrior style as far as eating. I mean, some of us eat a little bit for breakfast, but most of us don't eat breakfast. We go do our adventure, and then we have a huge meal like at 5 at night. Well, that doesn't really work for Tatiana, and I've learned the hard way that a lot of times her spitfire is completely linked to just low blood sugar. She needs to eat a lot. So, Tatiana, what are your favorite foods? Because you love food.
Burritos.
Burritos? Who's burritos? Okay, what do you
I
like?
love steak, and I love that lentil soup.
Tomato lentil soup.
Tomato lentil soup
Yeah.
that I get from Trader Joe's.
He carries my book around and asks me to make recipes out of it.
Oh, that's nice. So we've been also kind of homeschooling, unschooling our kids for a very long time. Tati.
Wait, I have to interject only since I
Oh.
did. We homeschooled the first 3. We unschooled the last 2.
2 parts. In part because of our travels and our change of lifestyle.
Mostly because of that.
But I mean, it's still a big part is personality differences with Jiraiya and Tati.
Very.
They are not the same, and every kid is a little bit different. All of a sudden, you get someone with Tati's personality, and we have to learn to be even more creative, even more patient, even more understanding as a parent where they will be, and have that vision.
Definitely.
Like, okay, are we going to pick this fight, or are we going to?
Yeah. So Tatiana is very, like we've shown you, very creative, but she's a full spectrum. If she went to school, she would do amazing. She would be top of the class, do all the assignments, all that. But because it's coming from me or from Victor, it's usually a battle. And so I have to choose that battle. And you know, where the other 3 homeschooled and were way far ahead, she might be slightly below
In some
grade
ways.
levels in some ways. But to me, in logic and creativity, I can see that she has the potential to catch up in those other little things of maybe penmanship and reading
I'm
skills.
good at penmanship. I just sometimes I don't want to do good penmanship. I'm just gonna write.
I just don't want to. Like, why would I do that if I don't want to? Why would I actually write the letter the right way? So it's insightful. Like, if she was my first, I'd be freaking out. Being my 5th, and a lot of
Right.
her family members do kind of worry about, oh, why, she's behind, and I'm not worried because she's so self-driven that those writing and some of the math skills will be able to be learned so quickly that this girl will accomplish whatever she sets her mind to. So my theory is more like, I try to enforce that. Like, that's fine, as long as you are persistent and hardworking and not just lazy. Right? Are you hardworking?
When she wants to be.
Exactly.
So when she decides she wants to do math, we'll do math. And sometimes it's like she's digging in her heels. Hey, let's try something else.
Very social. That's a big difference too in why we homeschooled and then unschooled. Our older 3, more introverted, fine just being at home, very self-driven. The last 2, and it's hard to know if it's nurture or nature, but I kind of think it's more just nature. Very extroverted. They need so much social interaction.
I like the ensemble you have on today. Tatiana has very unique taste in fashion, don't you think, Robin?
Definitely.
Tati usually wakes up and she's like, hey, this is what I'm going to wear. And it might
It's okay because she'll change clothes 10 times.
Yeah. So but that's okay, right? That's okay. Yeah, and so today we're sporting our ensemble. This is Belle from Beauty and the Beast. We got a tiara, and normally she might have
Tell us about
some kind of weapon.
Your hair. Tell us, do you like to do your hair? Yeah, kind of. It took until she was 8 before she would brush her hair without having to hold her down. I used to think we were going to have to get kicked out of the campground because people would think I was beating her because I was just had to hold her down.
What's wrong over there? Oh my God! We're just brushing her hair. It'll get so greasy because you'd have to use so much coconut oil to get it. Because it'll get, of course, because it doesn't get brushed, it gets a little more tangled. Because it gets a little tangled, it's a little more painful. Because it's a little more painful, you have to add more conditioner. So it's
and then I do the worst thing. You want to know how to torture Tati? Play with her hair. She goes like, yeah. Why do you touch my hair? You and Grandma
touch my hair.
So with Tati, we go hiking, and please, I hope I remember this. We have to make sure she has coffee before she goes too, because she has she prefers to christen. That's a good word. Christen the trail. So, and she's kind of proud of it. She's like, yeah, whatever. I don't really care.
Rather use that than the. She'd rather use that than the pit toilets.
Heck yeah.
I would like if it's a smelly bathroom. I would just be like, I'm just gonna go outside.
Tati also wanted us to mention she really loves to draw.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you really love to draw?
What kind of things?
Sing.
And sing, yeah, karaoke.
Do you want to sing us a song?
And dance.
You want to show us some dance moves?
No, please no.
What's your favorite song?
By One Republic, I like the song
Keep us in suspense.
Secrets.
So, do you think you'll be a vlogger one day? You seem really comfortable in front of the camera. Do you like videoing things and talking on the camera?
Yeah.
Tati, you just take over. It's your interview. Go. Maybe you want to interview us.
Yeah. What kind of mindset do you think we should have to be able to do this?
You guys should be I like to, at some nights, teach everybody yoga, like do yoga classes, and I'm the teacher.
What is that?
Yoga.
I don't think I've ever heard that. Is that supposed to be all?
I tell them
the problem with the yoga class is that she's in charge and not me. And the problem is, can you tell this we're one and the same? She actually just needs, if she has a little bit more knowledge to be a little bit more systematic and know a few more poses, she'll teach a really good yoga class. But if she's going to teach yoga to Danny and I, we're like, well, you got to make sure teach a good class, otherwise we don't want to do it. Set the bar high at a young age.
And then she gets upset when you're not following along, right? So Tati's very sensitive.
I think I'll just send you teacher training. We're skipping school. We'll just go to yoga teacher training at 9. So Tatiana is a hoarder at 8 years old. It's really hard because we're such minimalists and we don't have a lot of space. I mean, our fifth wheel, we have more space. But Tatiana, how much stuff do you think you have compared to everyone else? Do you have the same amount, or a little more, or a lot more?
We gotta give a number, like double.
10,000?
But that's lots of fingers.
And the funny thing is, do you play with your stuff?
Yeah.
Often?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loves paper. I mean, for her birthday, we almost always get her a ream of paper, and she makes stuff and then she stores it in. I mean, to the point you can't have bags around because she'll take bags and she just fills the bags and then shoves them in closets.
And so we end up with accumulating all this stuff. That's
everywhere. Every room you can find a bag.
In the class C, it was tough. It was almost like here we have a little more patience for it, especially because if we can bring it out, it does inspire creative play.
We also personally, as a parent, I think love language really helps you raise your kids if you know their love language. So each of my 5 kids has a different love language. Well, hers is gifts. And that's really hard for me because I'm so non-materialistic that really in theory, if I could get rid of her hoarding by just buying her one new thing every week, and it's like, all right, here's your thing of the week, and then we throw it away. But it goes against everything I believe in, and I can't get myself to do it. But as a parent, it would be so much easier.
Yeah.
One more thing about Tati.
Oh,
this is how,
good
because
one.
we are so much the same, but we are so different. That's how this is the way I know that she's probably executive and not commander. Don't ask me how this is related. But how I know Tati, or how I'm different than Tati. Tati loves to watch TV. That girl, when we road trip,
I don't know where she gets that from.
these two would sit there and like, if I put on a movie while we're doing this, they'd be like, ah.
But she has this.
But it makes it good when we road trip, because she's so happy when we drive 8 hours and she can sit back there and watch 4 movies back to back. The good thing is, what's our favorite movie to watch together? You're not gonna tell them? What's your favorite movie to watch together?
17.
The Proposal, and one more, Couples Retreat.
Definitely not.
She knows if she
age-appropriate,
puts those
but
2 movies on, then I'll be glued to the TV with her. I think that's
that gives you
the tip of the iceberg of Tatiana.
All of these are just tip of the iceberg.
I think it's cool because if you follow us, you subscribe to our channel, you see a lot of Tatiana and Jariah's personality coming through, because they are so extroverted. Actually, you're starting to see all the personalities come through, but I think
Except for mine.
We're drawing him out. Drawing slowly but surely. You're doing amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for wrapping.